Hey guys, welcome to Cram in Japan. On today's video I'm going to talk about something that we all use, even in Japan, and that's toilets. So in Japan there are two types of toilets that are used. There's the Western style and the Eastern style toilet, and I'm going to kind of discuss the differences between the two. Let's start with the Western style toilet. Now this thing is an absolute joy to use. When you find them in Japan, generally they're going to be just like you see in the West, the seated toilet that you sit down on like a chair and do your business, depending on what you're doing, of course. But the thing about Western style toilets in Japan is a lot of times they're going to have a lot of extra features, and these features could include things like deodorizers, sound effect makers to cover up any rude noises you might make in the bathroom, bidets, washers, dryers, things like that. A lot of them also have automatic lids that will open and close as you approach and leave the toilet, and in the past they've all had automatic flushers like you can see in the States sometimes, but recently they've done away with that and replaced them with something a little bit more environment friendly, and that's a button choice where you have a big flush or a small flush button where, depending on what kind of business you've done, you can tell the toilet to use more water or less water, which is really nice. And these things also have heated seats, which is actually something that took a little bit of getting used to, because for me, when you sit down on a toilet seat in the West and it's warm, that means that someone has just been there, and it doesn't give you the greatest feeling. So when I first moved to Japan and experienced that, I kind of had to get over that feeling, knowing that most toilet seats that are kind of the high-tech toilets, those toilet seats are going to be heated. So that took a little bit of getting used to, but once I did, I really appreciated those kind of seats, especially in the wintertime. So that's really nice. The other type of toilet in Japan is of course the Eastern style toilet, and it is anything but a joy to use. It has plumbing and it has some porcelain, and that's pretty much it. It's more or less a hole in the ground that you have to squat over, again depending on what type of business you're doing. And for a big guy like me, squatting to do my business, it doesn't really work out. I don't enjoy it. It's not easy, and yeah, I try to avoid it when I can. One nice thing about Japanese toilets is that they tend to stock toilet paper in them. So of course you've got the toilet paper that's in the dispenser, but they're not too worried about people stealing their toilet paper, so they will even put more rolls on top of the dispenser or somewhere in the stall with you, so that if it comes to it, there's always extra paper in there for you, and you never run into an awkward situation where you don't have any toilet paper. So that's really nice, and they even do that in the Eastern style toilets. One thing I have noticed though is that the Western style bathrooms in general seem to be cleaner than the Eastern style bathrooms. I don't know how that works out or why that is in particular, but overall it just seems like the Western style bathrooms are kept nicer. And I think that's because even the Japanese kind of know that the Eastern style toilet is not loved, it's not appreciated. I've never talked to a single Japanese person that preferred the Eastern toilet to the Western toilet, so it's kind of widely hated in Japan, just like I hate it. But yeah, so those are the two types of toilets that we use in Japan. If you come to Japan, please avoid the Eastern style. Please use the Western style because they're wonderful to use. And that's it for today's video. Until next time, take care, guys.